What if I told you the face of the Golden State Warriors, the man who built the dynasty, is quietly sending a message that could change everything? Yeah, we're talking about Stephen Curry. Not through interviews, not through drama, but through his actions, his body language, and his performance. And if you're a Warriors fan, you might want to pay attention. Because this message, it's not loud, but it's powerful. Let's be real for a second. This is not the same Warriors team we saw dominate the NBA for nearly a decade. No more guaranteed finals runs, no more fear factor across the league. Now, they're inconsistent. They struggle defensively, and sometimes they just look lost. And at the center of it all is Steph Curry, still playing at an elite level. But here's the problem. He's carrying way too much. Night after night, Curry is dropping 30+, creating offense out of nothing, keeping them alive in games they shouldn't even be in. And yet, the results? Not matching the effort. And that's where the message begins. Watch closely. Not the highlights, not the stats. Watch Steph Curry on the court. There are moments. He looks frustrated after missed rotations. He shakes his head after defensive breakdowns. He's talking more, directing more, almost coaching. This isn't the carefree, shimmying Steph we're used to. This is a leader trying to hold things together. And when a superstar like Curry starts showing that, that's not random. That's a message. A message to the front office, the coaching staff, his teammates, that something needs to change. Here's the crazy part. Steph isn't slowing down. If anything, he's getting more aggressive. We're seeing deeper threes, faster releases, more isolation plays, more clutch time takeovers. It's almost like he's saying, "Fine, I'll do it myself." And that's both incredible and concerning. Because when a 30+-year-old superstar has to play like that every night, it's not sustainable. And Curry knows that. So what does he do? He raises his level even higher, not just to win games, but to prove a point. So what exactly is Steph Curry trying to say? It comes down to 3 key messages. I'm still elite. Curry is making it clear. He's not done. He's not declining. He's still a top-tier superstar. Meaning, the window to win is still open. Don't waste my prime. This is the big one. Curry isn't saying it directly, but it's obvious. Every insane performance, every carry job is a reminder that the Warriors cannot afford to waste this version of Steph. Whether it's roster changes, better rotations, more consistency, Curry is signaling that this team as it stands isn't enough. And that's the shocking part, because for years, the Warriors' system was enough. Now, even Steph Curry needs more. This puts the Warriors in a very difficult position. Do they stay loyal to the current core, or make bold moves to maximize Curry's final prime years? Because let's be honest, time is ticking. Steph won't play forever, and if the front office doesn't act, this era could quietly fade away, instead of ending with one more championship run. So yeah, Steph Curry isn't yelling. He's not demanding trades. He's not causing drama. But make no mistake, he is sending a message, and it's louder than anything he could say in an interview. The question is, will the Warriors listen? If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe for more NBA content, and tell me in the comments, do the Warriors need to make a big move or trust the current squad? Because one thing is clear, Steph Curry is still ready to win.
What happens when a team doesn't just win, but redefines how basketball is played? Because that's exactly what the San Antonio Spurs did. No flashy super teams, no constant headlines, no drama. Just perfect basketball. And before the NBA even realized what was happening, it was already too late. Let's go back. Before the championships, before the dominance, the Spurs were just another franchise, until one move changed everything: drafting Tim Duncan in 1997. And this wasn't just a great pick, this was the start of a dynasty. Duncan wasn't loud, he wasn't flashy, but he was consistent, dominant, and fundamentally perfect. Alongside coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs built something different, not a team built on hype, but on discipline, defense, and execution. While other teams chased superstars, the Spurs built a system where the ball moved, everyone had a role, and ego didn't exist. Players like Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili didn't just play, they fit perfectly. And that's what made the Spurs so dangerous, because you couldn't just stop one player, you had to stop everyone. And nobody in the NBA was ready for that level of teamwork. Here's the crazy part. The Spurs weren't loud about their dominance. They just kept winning. 1999 championship, 2003 championship, 2005 championship, 2007 championship. No drama, no headlines, just results. While teams were focused on stars like Kobe and Shaq, the Spurs were quietly building one of the greatest dynasties ever. And by the time people realized it, they already had multiple rings. Then came something even more dangerous: evolution. The 2014 Spurs weren't just good, they were art. This version of the Spurs passed like a European team, shot like a modern offense, defended like champions. And in the finals, they dismantled the Miami Heat, not just beat them, embarrassed them. That series was a message. Basketball isn't about stars, it's about teamwork at the highest level. So what made the Spurs so unstoppable? No player was bigger than the team. Late picks became stars. Unknown players became key pieces. Greg Popovich didn't just coach, he built a system that lasted decades. From post dominance with Duncan to ball movement in 2014, the Spurs always evolved. And the NBA wasn't ready for the Spurs. Not for their discipline, not for their teamwork, not for their consistency, and definitely not for how long they stayed on top. Because while other dynasties burned bright and faded fast, the Spurs, they just kept going, year after year, quietly dominating. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more NBA content, and tell me in the comments, are the Spurs the most underrated dynasty in NBA history? Because one thing is clear, the NBA may never see another team like them.